Right now, as you're sitting there, there's a non-stop, absolutely incredible journey happening inside your own body. Can you feel it? That little beat in your chest? That's the engine. It's powering this massive, non-stop delivery network. So what's really going on in there? Come on, let's follow the route. Okay, get this. Every single day, your heart beats about 100,000 times. Just let that sink in. It's this relentless, powerful rhythm that literally powers your entire existence. And that's just our first stop on this amazing trip. And with every single one of those beats, it's moving blood. A lot of blood. In fact, it adds up to a mind-boggling 2,000 gallons every day. That's enough to fill a small swimming pool. All from an organ that's basically the size of your fist. Incredible. So where in the world is all that blood going? Well, it travels through this gigantic network of blood vessels. And if you could actually lay them all out, end to end, they would stretch for 60,000 miles. That's enough to circle the entire Earth, more than twice. It's a literal highway system built inside of you. So what's the point of all this? Well, you can think of this whole network as your body's ultimate delivery service. Its one and only mission is to get essential supplies, like oxygen and nutrients, to every single cell, from your brain all the way down to the tips of your toes. It's what keeps you alive and running. Now, sitting at the dead center of this massive operation is one seriously powerful engine. It's the pumping station that keeps everything moving, the heart. To really understand this journey, we just need to meet the three main players. First, you've got the heart. That's our powerful pump. Then you have the blood. That's the cargo it's transporting. And finally, you have the blood vessels, the massive network of highways and local roads. Pump, cargo, and roads. Simple, right? All right, so let's pop the hood and take a look inside that pumping station. The way the heart is designed is just so clever. It actually lets it do two completely different jobs at the exact same time. So the heart is kind of like a duplex apartment. It's got 4 chambers, but it's really 2 pumps working side by side. The left side, which you see here in red, that's the VIP section. It handles the fresh, oxygen-rich blood and pumps it out to the entire body. The right side, in blue, that deals with the used oxygen-poor blood, sending it on a quick trip over to the lungs. So how does it keep this all working without getting mixed up? Well, it's got this ingenious little traffic control system. There are 4 one-way valves that act like gates, and they snap shut to make sure the blood only flows in one direction. It prevents any backflow, which makes the whole cycle incredibly efficient. Okay, before we followed the route, let's meet our cargo. On one hand, you've got oxygenated blood. It's bright red, it's fresh from the lungs, and its mission is to deliver life. Then you have the deoxygenated blood. It's a darker red, and its mission is to haul away waste products. 2 types of blood, 2 totally critical jobs. So our journey officially begins on the Oxygen Express. Freshly oxygenated blood is leaving the lungs, and it's ready for its big delivery run to the rest of the body. First up, the oxygenated blood arrives in the left atrium. That's the top chamber. With a little squeeze, the atrium pushes the blood down into the super powerful left ventricle. Now, this is the heart's main powerhouse. When it contracts, bam, it creates this huge surge of pressure, launching the blood out into the body's main superhighway. And what is that superhighway? It's called the aorta. It is the biggest, baddest artery in your body, and it's the starting point for getting oxygen absolutely everywhere else. But hang on, how does blood from a giant highway get to a tiny little cell in your fingertip? Well, that's where the delivery routes start to get a lot smaller and a lot more personal. So the aorta branches off into smaller and smaller arteries, kind of like a highway turning into city streets. And eventually, they become this incredible web of microscopic vessels called capillaries. They're so narrow that blood cells have to line up and go through single file. And this is where the magic happens. The oxygen gets dropped off to the cells, and waste products like carbon dioxide get picked up. The delivery is complete. Okay, so the oxygen's been delivered. The blood is now deoxygenated. Its mission has changed. Now it starts the long journey home, back to the heart to get re-energized for the next trip. This deoxygenated blood comes back to the right atrium. And just like the left side, a little squeeze sends it down into the right ventricle. Now, this ventricle doesn't need to be as powerful as the left one because its job is just to pump the blood on a really short trip, right next door to the lungs. With a push, it sends that used blood out on the final leg of its journey. And the main vessels that are responsible for this return trip, they're called the vena cava. They are the biggest veins, and their job is to collect all of that used up blood from the upper and lower body and funnel it right back into the heart's right atrium. So the blood has returned to the heart, but it's not ready for another delivery run just yet. It's running on empty. It needs to get refueled with oxygen, and there's only one place to do that. From that right ventricle, the blood gets pumped into the pulmonary artery. And here's a fun fact. This is the only artery in your entire body that carries deoxygenated blood. Its whole job is to take this blood straight to the lungs, where it can finally drop off its cargo of carbon dioxide and pick up a fresh supply of oxygen. And there you have it, the full, perfect loop. Oxygen-rich blood goes from the lungs to the left side of the heart, then out to the body. Then the oxygen-poor blood returns to the right side of the heart and then goes back to the lungs. It's this continuous, elegant figure eight that delivers, collects, and refuels over and over and over again with every single beat. And just always remember the sheer scale of this whole operation. Every beat, every single second is part of this mighty, mighty job of pushing life through a network so huge it could circle our planet. It's a perfect, self-sustaining system, and it repeats this incredible journey more than 100,000 times a day, all without you ever having to think about it. It just happens. It really makes you stop and wonder, doesn't it? What is that spark that powers this fundamental rhythm of life?